In the serene countryside, a small stable nestled between rolling green hills became home to many retired horses. Among them was Shadow, a strong and majestic horse who had once served bravely in the military alongside soldiers in combat zones. Now, in his twilight years, Shadow spent his days peacefully grazing, far removed from the clamour of battle. One day the stable owner, Sarah, received a peculiar call. It was from a man named Jack, a retired veteran who had served with Shadow during the war. Jack had recently heard about the stable and wanted to visit his old comrade. He hoped to see Shadow one last time and relive the memories they had shared during the most challenging times of their lives. Sarah was delighted and quickly arranged the visit. The day finally arrived and Jack drove up to the stable, his heart racing with anticipation. He hadn't seen Shadow in years, but the bond they had formed was unforgettable. He remembered the countless nights Shadow had carried him to safety, the trust that had grown between them through sheer necessity and mutual respect. Jack stepped out of his car, his old uniform still fitting snugly, though now worn with time. Sarah greeted him warmly and led him toward the pasture where Shadow stood, lazily flicking his tail, oblivious to the world around him. "Sarah, Shadow, someone's here to see you." Shadow's ears twitched and he turned slowly. As Jack walked closer, his smile faded slightly. Shadow didn't react as he had hoped. The horse stood still, his eyes meeting Jack's without a glimmer of recognition. Jack's heart sank, but he wasn't ready to give up. "Jack, hey boy, it's me, Jack, remember?" Shadow remained motionless, his gaze fixed but distant. Jack felt a pang of sorrow, realizing that time and the peaceful life Shadow now enjoyed had perhaps erased the memories of the war and the bond they once shared. Undeterred, Jack reached into his pocket and pulled out a small object, a military medal attached to a tattered ribbon. He held it up, the sunlight catching the metal's surface, and began recounting the story behind it. "Jack, this was the day we crossed that bridge under fire, Shadow. You carried me across when I thought we wouldn't make it." As he spoke, something extraordinary began to happen. Shadow's ears perked up and his eyes sharpened. He stepped forward cautiously, nostrils flaring as he sniffed the air around Jack. The memories seemed to stir within him, a flicker of recognition igniting in his mind. "Jack, remember the field hospital? You stood guard while I was patched up. You never left my side." Shadow let out a soft whinny, his eyes now fully locked onto Jack's. It was as if the veil of time had lifted, allowing the old memories to rush back. He moved closer, nudging Jack's chest with his nose, a gesture Jack instantly recognized. Tears welled up in Jack's eyes as he wrapped his arms around Shadow's neck, the bond between them rekindled. Suddenly Shadow reared up slightly, his muscles tensing as if recalling the strength and courage he once needed. The air grew thick with emotion, and Sarah, standing by, felt chills run down her spine. It was a spine-chilling moment, a profound reunion that transcended words, a testament to the deep, unbreakable bond between man and beast. Jack stayed with Shadow for hours, talking to him, petting him, and reliving their shared past. The stable, usually quiet and calm, was now filled with the echoes of their past, resonating with the energy of their incredible reunion. As the sun began to set, Jack stood by Shadow's side, both of them bathed in the golden light of the evening. He knew this visit had given them both closure, a chance to reconnect and honor the time they had spent together. "Jack, you've done well, Shadow. You've earned this peace." Shadow nuzzled Jack's shoulder one last time as if to say, "You too, my friend."